I'm starting my sweet potato slips. I did the standard thing you see on YouTube where you put toothpicks in a sweet potato. You put it in a glass of distilled water or water that's been dechlorinated, and you let it grow roots, and these will get longer, and then you pick them off, and those are the slips. It's time to plant some slips. And next to the potatoes, I put the bucket. And it's the standard bucket with the net cup, like you see there. Pretty windy out here today. Alright, these are the buckets I've chosen to use for the sweet potato grows. And you can see it's my standard bucket, only I didn't cut out the net cup hole completely. You can see where I'd started it, and the reason why I did it that way is later on, if I want, I can go ahead and finish off and be able to use it with a net cup. So these are the drain holes, and I drilled them from the inside going down so that these little lips, water follows the path of least resistance. These little lips, the water will come, it'll drip off the tips of these lips instead of trying to reach over to the side and down where it could leak outside of the fawn system and waste some water. So that's the reason why I drilled from the inside down. Now these are also going to stack like this. I still have to cover them with the foil, and each one has two holes. Sweet potatoes seem to produce a good bit per slip, so what I'm going to do is, after I stack them, is stick the slip inside here and leave a good portion of the slip inside the soil covered area, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, they're wrapped now, and I chose to go with a 1/2 inch hole instead of 3/4 because, well, the soil can stay in a little easier and the vines don't get that big around, so all I need is just enough a hole to stick the vine into. Here's the first bucket in place, and these rice holes are very loose, and that's the way I want it. I want the potatoes to be able to grow and expand in the media very easily. I've got the second one on there. It's got the hole. It's a little staggered off the other one because they'll grow up, I'm sure. And the top has got a piece of styrofoam in it. And I'm going to put some soil over the top of that. Really, the main purpose of this is to keep vines from growing out and to keep the soil from compacting as the water hits it from up there and falls down. These are the two older ones. This will also indicate what the top bucket is, and as I put new ones in below, as I get more slips, I'll move these up higher and the newer ones will be on the bottom. That way, when I go to harvest, I pull from the top. The top one should be the most ready, and then go down. So, my thoughts are, when I harvest the top one, get the sweet potatoes out, and then I can put that one back on the bottom and replant and just cycle them through. It's a nice thought, isn't it? And we've got to rip the band-aid off sometime, so let's just go for it. That is it. Now separate these up a little more, and we will pot them up in the vertical towers. I made 7 cuttings. I took at least the two longest ones, and cut them in half. Leave a little bit of leaf on each one. Cut the rest of the leaves off, or pinch them off like I did, and then you place them in as deep on the stem as you can because they grow off the stem. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate one, and then I'll do the rest and bring you back. I found that if you have a rigid object along with the vine, it'll help keep the vine traveling in a deep way. the vine needs to be in there as much as possible. Alright. There it is. I just tap the sides, get the soil to collapse some on top of it, and we're set. That's it for now, guys. This is 3 planted in the top, and down there on the 2 bottom pots I've got 1 on each side for 2 of each pot, and we'll see if this thing works.